First and foremost, I want to get all honors and glory and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakakwadas, double honors to the elders and the apostle great millstone. Peace and blessings, salutation to the Akwaf, the Akim, the 144,000, hopefully lit. That's out there that's pushing this work and the best in sincerity. Shalom, Shalom, Akim. Just wanted to do a quick little sit down, because the prophecies are, speeding up as we speak. All right. And before, I got a couple clips I want to bring out. But so-called white man, all right, and it was Esau, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the true Hebrew Israelites, all right, calling themselves pastors and preachers and prophets, and leading our people astray in this last seconds and times, all right. And I want to bring this precept about this in Jeremiah 14:12, right? When they fast, I will not hear their cry, all right? Because you do have those pastors and preachers and so-called fake prophets. They fast just as well as, the men of the Lord do, all right? But they're not teaching the true doctrine. They leading our people astray. So that's why he says, when they fast, I will not hear their cry, all right? And when they offer burnt offerings and an oblation, I will not accept them. That's prayer, right? But I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence, all right? Because they got that coronavirus that's, started in China, and that's a pestilence that made its way over here, all right? So pretty much, the people over there in China, they on lockdown, under quarantine, all right? And it has a clip I'm going to bring out where it's going to be the beginning of famine, all right? But I wanted to finish this out. Well, let me see if I can get the clip right quick. And I got a quick precept on that one as well. So like it's, I posted it. Let's see if I get it. Here it is. I can.
Countries that are on watch, the most significant countries on watch at this point are Uganda and South Sudan.
All right. See, that's a prophecy within itself. All right. And I can pull that up, and that's in the book of Exodus, chapter 10, verse 14, all right? Because the same thing that happened to ancient Egypt, the same thing has happened to what? America, which is spiritual Egypt, all right? This is Exodus, when Moses went to the Pharaoh to let the Israelites go. And he denied it, and this is what he did. And the same thing is happening to America in this, in this generation, this last generation. All right, and it reads, Exodus chapter 10 and verse 14, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt and rested in all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they before them. Before them they were no such locusts as they, neither after them such shall be such, Salakia. 15, for they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened, and they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruits of the trees which the hail had left. And there remained not any green thing in the trees, or in the herbs, or the field throughout the land of Egypt. And right in that clip, as you can see in that clip, that's what the locusts was doing. The locusts was eating all the herbs and trees and plants, tearing up all of the main food source that they sent over here to America. All right. And that's a prophecy within itself. That is going to be famine over here in the land. Famine of food, famine of water. All right. And these pastors, like I said, going back to the book of Jeremiah, and these so-called preachers and pastors coming in the name of so-called God and Jesus Christ is leading our people astray. All right. And telling our people that everything is going to be all right. And this is Jeremiah. I'm going to start at 14, chapter 14, verse 14. Then saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Abishai unto me, the prophets prophesied lies in my name. I sent them not. Neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. Neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart, which the heart goes into the Hebrew word la, mind. All right. 15. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Abishai concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. All right. And that's going to happen pretty soon. All right. Because we got that pestilence over here that, from Wuhan, China, made its way over here to the United States. So-called United States of America. All right. And if you you look at the news, they having massive shootings, people dying in droves, 6 and 7 and 9 people getting shot at one time, 10 injured. You got these earthquakes, you got the rumors of what's going on. All these things are prophecy that's gonna come to pass. All right. This is Second Esdras 15. I think it's 15 or 56. Con right here, see? You so-called heathen nations, all right? Just as well as the Lord, the Lord is going to take 2/3 of his own people out. But you also have to understand that the Lord is also going to take some of you heathens out. All right. Esau, you so-called white man, you Moabites, you so-called Chinese, Japanese, and all these different, Hamites and nation of people. You're going to get led to the slaughter just by the hand of Yahweh Bashim Abishai. This is 2 Esdras 15 and 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Abishai, even so shall Yahweh do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. All the commotion and stuff, all these commotions that's going on as of today, as we speak. 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. What is the sword today? That's the modern day sword today. Is the gun, and also could be different pestilence, diseases, different things, sicknesses, illness. Thy city shall be broken down. All right. If you look on the news today, the cities is falling apart. You have, stores closing, businesses collapsing. the dollar falling apart, for different foods, different foods getting taken back and forth off the market. The water is polluted. All right. And it says, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. All right. And it says 58, they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood, for very hungry of bread and of thirst of water. All right. And it's going into that, that thirst of water, going into, I got an article. I'm going to end it off with the article. All right, I'm end it off with the article and then finish that last precept off. It's the article that I had brought up. Let's see, here it is. Baba Shah. It's an article I had found earlier, and it goes into the water supply. Most of the water supply that's going on in the U.S. So like, why it's not popping up? Let's see if I can. I gotta go back. There it is. Salakia. The water Yahabashimawashah. It says, look, it's an article I found, that goes into, they got that pestilence going on with this canola virus, and in the midst of that going on, they got this in the shadow behind closed doors trying to cover this up as well. And this goes into, that links into prophecy, all right? Because I brought I brought the little link out about the locusts over eating all the food, was the main source where the United States get their food from. And also you got the pestilence over there in China, and it also has a so-called, which you could say it's the same thing as a pestilence. They trying to call it a toxic forever chemical, but it goes into where it's found in the drinking water throughout the U.S., the United States. And it says, let me open it all the way completely. I can. All right. And it reads, it says, a study released Wednesday by an environmental watchdog group found heightened levels of potential toxic chemicals in tap water supplies serving dozens of major American cities. The report published by the Environmental Working Group found that 20 cities and regions nationwide included Washington, D.C., so like Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Miami, and Louisville, Kentucky contains PFAS levels of at least 10 parts per trillion. 43 areas, including New York City, Nashville, Las Vegas, and Sacramento, had detectable PFAS at least 1 part per trillion. But notice they don't really go into the word PFAS, the meaning of it. It says only one city, Meridian, Mississippi, which uses well water 700 feet below the surface, found no PFAC, while Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and Seattle had levels lower than 1 part per trillion, limited advised by the EWG. PFAS, per, and polyfluoroxylene, select on pronunciation, polyfluoro substance, also known as forever chemical. So that's the word for that PFASC, that per and polyfluoroalkyl substance, known as forever chemicals, have been linked to put reproductive and developmental liver and kidney and immunological effects, as well as high cholesterol and obesity. But the main thing is that it messes with your liver and your kidney, all right? Because your liver and your kidney, that goes into, you know, your lifespan, all right? And you have to live. You can't live without no kidneys and no liver. It says EWG work expand on data from an EPA program that ended in 2015, analyzing water samples using an EPA-approved independent laboratory for a larger set of PFAS compounds. PFAS compounds remain in food packaging, so like your cookware and other consumer products. All right, so it is just not in water. All right, it's just not in the tap water. It's in packaging, food packaging, and it's on cookware. All right, they also still use it in firefighting foam. That water they use, that foam like substance they use to put out fires through Wisconsin, New York, Washington, and Colorado are beginning to switch to the non-PFAS foam, either due to action by state legislators or by self-regulations by individual fire departments. It must also be phased out in fire departments nationwide by 2024. Lord willing, we don't make it that long. These more to know experts say cancer-linked chemicals in Chipotle sweet green packaging. Come on, you know they talking in circles. But I found this article. If you want to go check it out yourself, is toxic. Well, USA Today. I found it on there. It came out January 23rd, 2020 at 12:42 p.m. And I seen a couple of comments they had left on the comment. It's a pretty long article. And it says, where's the one? Well, this is a good one. They say, I'm surprised that there are even letting the people know about this because it's been happening forever. Just imagine what they are telling you about the food. This is a wicked world, and people are starting to realize it more and more. I trust nothing and no one. Yeah, people are starting to realize it more and more, right? Because the truth is coming out. The truth has gone out to the four corners of the earth, and people starting to wake up and pay attention. All right. And this one, I like this one. He said it's called depopulation. Whatever means necessary to sicken us and kill us off. How is it that this chemical has been discharged all across the country for years, find its way back into the water? All right, right, you know. And that's the article I brought out. That, you know, go back to the precept of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, and it says, "The mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood, for very hungry of bread and thirst of water." All right. That goes into that, you know, that thirst of water. And, you know, that bread is the one, that article I brought out from Esdras chapter 10, where the locust is eating up all the food over there. All right. And that pestilence that's over here, all this is a part of prophecy. And it's going to come to pass. Thou as unhappy shall come through the sea and receive plagues again. All right. So there's nowhere you can't run nowhere you can hide, you know. To see not meet judgment. You can't hide from the Lord, all right? While I was going into that, I hope it was edifying. I want to give all honor and prayer and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honor to the elders, Apostle Great Millstone. Peace and blessing, salutation to the elect, the hopeful elect out there, 144,000 that's pushing his word, best at his truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim, Shalom.